Begin our show this morning with breaking news right here in Norfolk. This is a story out in Ocean View that was called in very early this morning. A large police presence near Beaumont Street, the beach access area on East Ocean View Avenue in Norfolk. This is all connected to the recovery of a man who has been pronounced deceased. We're going to welcome Germyah Beatty, who has been on the scene covering this story, to Live Impact News now. Germyah, thanks for taking a little bit of time out of what I'm sure is a very busy morning. What can you tell us so far?
Well, hey there, Connor. So you said it there. Norfolk police were called just before 7:30 to a scene here off Beaumont Street. This is right off East Ocean View Avenue at the beach access there you see to conduct a water rescue. Now, the scene is clear, but earlier this morning, several investigators were on scene. I believe there's still a forensic unit there parked in the entrance there, but when officers arrived, they found a man's body on the jetty. So far, they've identified him as a 67-year-old male. The Coast Guard and Norfolk Fire-Rescue worked to remove his body out of the water. That was around 7:39 this morning. Now, investigators pronounced him dead on the scene. I spoke to Cindy Jordan, who lives nearby. She tells me she made the 911 call after finding the man's body in the water. Take a listen.
I'm sad. Somebody's missing him. Somebody loves him. I've prayed for his family. You know, God loves him. I love him, and somebody's missing him.
Yeah, so you heard there from Cindy Jordan. She takes her dog on an early morning walk around 6:30. She came across the body walking her dog this morning, so you can imagine just how traumatic that was for her. At this point, for Norfolk police, they are working to notify the man's family. As soon as more information comes down from police, we will share those details with you. But again, a man pronounced dead here off of Beaumont Street, right off East Ocean View Avenue. I'll be on this story. Just stay with us for the latest developments. I'll send it back to you, Connor.
Germyah, if I could just ask you one quick question before we let you go. You know, it's a very nice day here in Hampton Roads. This is obviously a beach area. Someone who was walking their dog discovered this body. Are there a lot of people sort of on foot, out and about around that area? And were there a lot of people trying to figure out what was going on? We know that community, a lot of time outdoors, a lot of time together out around the beach and around the restaurants around there.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Connor. This is a heavy foot traffic area. We had dozens of homes around this area, around the crime scene this morning. So you can imagine this caught a lot of people's attention. What was interesting about Cindy's story is she didn't even want to confirm that it was the body herself. She actually had found another man that was doing yoga at the time to walk over there and take a closer look. But yeah, a lot of people were out this morning. The gentleman that was doing yoga, according to Cindy, he wasn't able to point out that it was a body at the time. He didn't know that that body was just feet away from him, but she says her dog quickly found it. She called police, and she was just heartbroken to know he had been out here all this time, knowing that loved ones are missing him.
All right, thanks so much, Germyah. We appreciate you coming on Live Impact News this morning to talk about this story. And you can hear more from Germyah Beatty on our noon show on 13 News Now. We really appreciate you, Germyah. Good luck with the rest of your reporting on this story, and obviously a tragic day in Ocean View. All right, that's Germyah Beatty, everybody, reporting live from Norfolk for us this morning. And again, very early this morning, 7:28 a.m., there was a call to police. 7:39 a.m., crews recovered the man's body. So obviously a difficult morning, a morning where there, as you heard, a lot of people out and about in the community. Now, that's a community where actually meteorologist Craig Moeller has spent a great deal of time. Craig, you live in the Ocean View area?
Yeah, we're not far from that at all. And I'll just tell you that this is an area that is heavily walked. You know, a lot of people exercise, especially around sunrise. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous along East Ocean View. the beaches there. There's a drain pipe that runs out there. My wife and I will do what we call like a 2-pipe hike, where we go down a couple of the different storm drains. And it looks like that's kind of what they're talking about as far as a jetty. It's not like a true rock jetty out there, but there is that kind of pipe area. So if you're in the Ocean View area and you're familiar with Beaumont Street, that's the area where that body was found. And I'm going to be interested to find out. A lot of folks also like to do fishing from, the beaches there. They'll cast out. Don't know the circumstances there, but it is obviously a shocking and sad development there for residents along East Ocean View.
And, I'm wondering if we're able to, Samantha, I'm going to ask Craig another question here. While I'm doing that, if you're able to pull up a map of the area where we could maybe sort of get a better idea of where this is on Google Maps here. If you're not able to, that's perfectly fine. Okay,
so
great.
It's located down, it's several blocks down from Bold Mariner. Bold Mariner's a pretty well-known establishment, a microbrew. So it's down a few blocks from that. It's beyond the bays for anybody that's watching from, say, East Beach or around the turn. As you keep going down, you pass Bold Mariner, you pass the park. Eventually, you'll find Beaumont Street. And again, it's a beautiful stretch of beach. Lots of families take advantage of it. It's just a recreational area. So it's going to be interesting to understand the circumstances.
Yeah, and still waiting, as we heard from Germyah, if you're just joining us, a body recovered in Ocean View this morning, pronounced dead, a 67-year-old, and we're pulling up a map here as we speak. Craig has been talking to us a little bit more about this because he lives in that area, and here we have a better view of where this is. Now you can see it there, as we said, this is over by the jetty, so the water is going to be close and clearly a sort of heavily populated residential area. There's an elementary school right up the road there. There are definitely apartments and homes all around this area. And, Ocean View, some really nice restaurants, as you said, some breweries, a beach town on just so happens to be one of the hottest days of the year. So it wouldn't be any surprise to have people out and about on a day like this, and a sad day, obviously, in Ocean View to come upon this scene, and even Saturday for the loved ones of this gentleman. And if you look just down the way, you'll see some hotels down there. There's a church there, so a park over to the left, a really, really sizable park right next to Ocean Air Elementary. So this is a heavily populated area, multiple elementary schools, 7:30 in the morning. You might have kids making their way to school around that time. So a difficult day in Ocean View. More details to come. No identity has been given yet on the individual who was recovered, but we certainly send all the thoughts we have out to his family during this time.